In 2006, Manuel Uribe made headlines around the globe.
We couldn't believe a human being could get that huge.
At a shocking 1,230 pounds, he earned himself the title of the world's heaviest man, along with a laundry list of life-threatening complications.
At that level of obesity, chances of survival are basically non-existent.
Bedbound and imprisoned by his own body, Manuel quickly lost the will to live.
He wanted to kill himself, put a bullet through his head.
But less than 3 years into an aggressive weight loss program, he shed a remarkable 400 pounds, found love, and against all odds is getting married.
I can't stop thinking about him.
But how do you even begin to plan a wedding for someone of Manuel's astonishing size? And just what will it take to marry off the world's heaviest man? Manuel Uribe is 43 and lives with his mother in Monterrey, Mexico. Manuel has been bedbound for 8 years and is unable to take care of himself. In just 4 weeks, Manuel will be married to his girlfriend of 2.5 years, Claudia. But today, she's just here to give him his daily sponge bath.
Fígaro, 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 Fígaro. Cositas, preciosa. Preciosa. Yo le ayudo mucho a Claudia en el baño porque yo hago mucho movimiento. Antes no podía hacerlo. Ahora sí puedo hacerlo. Yo puedo mover los brazos.
Entonces hay que bañarnos de baño.
Claro, a quien no le agrada que lo quieran, que lo apapachen. Yo creo que a todos, ¿no? Ay, Claudia.
Claudia has a good heart. She's extremely beautiful and very caring.
Cariñosa y... Es como si estuvieras lavando un carro, ¿verdad? Grande.
But Manuel wasn't always this big. He was born weighing a very average 7.5 pounds and grew up like any normal-sized child.
A los 15 años se operó de las anginas.
Manuel started getting fatter when he turned 15, and he would eat more than other kids. When he started work, he began eating a lot of junk food he would buy on the go. That's when his weight problems really began.
At that time in Mexico, fast food was taking off. There were advertisements for pizzas and burgers. It was a novelty, and we ate it a lot. Of course, everyone should take responsibility for their own body. It is your temple. I know this now. I didn't then. That was the problem.
During Manuel's mid-30s, his increasing size triggered the formation of lymphodemas in his legs, an accumulation of fluid that made it difficult for him to walk. By 2001, 36-year-old Manuel had ballooned to 790 pounds, and he was forced to have surgery.
They opened me up from side to side. It was the longest operation of its kind in Latin America.
The operation lasted 12 hours, and surgeons removed 180 pounds of flesh from his thigh, stomach, and pelvic areas.
He had such high hopes for the operation. It was so sad to see what happened.
But the surgery failed to improve his condition, and his lymphodemas grew back bigger, confining him to his bed. Manuel then sank into depression for the next 5 years.
I was battling with my body and my mind. Depression is a terrible thing.
He wanted to kill himself, put a bullet through his head, and was always cursing God.
He was imprisoned in bed. It was unprecedented.
But at one point I just decided that I didn't want to suffer anymore, and I needed help.
Bedbound and unable to go to the doctors for help, a local journalist named Jose Luis Garcia helped Manuel make a desperate appeal on national television.
Yo estaba orando mucho a Dios, pues pidiendo que, no sé, alguien pues pueda ayudarme.
Manuel was suddenly flooded with offers of assistance, but ultimately he opted against weight loss surgery in favor of a healthy eating plan that helped him lose 1/4 of his body weight in less than 3 years.
Today he is a different person, a man with a new smile. Even though he's turned his life around, no one expected someone like Manuel to find love so quickly.
People always question, how can such an obese man land such a pretty girlfriend?
Manuel first met Claudia 4 years ago.
After knowing Claudia for 2 years as a friend, I started to look at her in a different way.
He started to say romantic things, and I thought, what's going on here?
I felt good, something warm inside.
Whenever Claudia was due to come over, Manuel would get excited and ask me for help getting ready.
Mom, get me ready, freshen me up. I wanted to look good.
We'd sing together, laugh, and dance.
After a while, I could tell they were falling in love.
Over the years, many have questioned Claudia's decision to pursue a relationship with a man of Manuel's size. But she knows all too well the dangers of obesity. Claudia's first husband, a close friend of Manuel's, tipped the scales at 480 pounds, and his sudden death was a direct result of his excess weight.
When Roman died, my world fell apart. I was all alone in our house with our son and felt very depressed.
Suddenly, Claudia found herself a single mom, working hard to make ends meet and care for her only son, Juanito.
People think I'm crazy to do this all again, to struggle in a relationship with an obese man. But you can choose who you fall in love with.
It's an extraordinary love story, like nothing the world has ever seen before.
Now with the announcement of their impending wedding, the world's heaviest man is once again hitting world headlines.
En China están anunciando mi boda, lo que te mira. Vamos a ver las letritas, esas los bonitas no las entiendo. En Europa, mira, están hablando de mí. En Norteamérica, en Australia. Hasta en Wikipedia, que es donde todo lo... Es nice, ¿no?
But with the ceremony just a few weeks away, the question on everyone's mind is, will Manuel and Claudia really be able to pull it all off?
Que Manuel se casa, como si fuera una novela. Pero es la vida real, ¿no? Y apenas empieza la novela,